Ladies and gentlemen, today we got Season 4 Reloaded, fully revealed with a roadmap, everything that is coming, everything that is new, and everything that is changing. And just like we expected at the beginning of Season 4, there's a big crossover going on between Call of Duty and The Boys. And if you don't know what that is, it's an Amazon Prime show, superhero show, and there's not only going to be characters involved with this, 3 different characters from the TV show. There's also going to be new gameplay additions as well, with a limited time event going on in Warzone as well, with essentially superpowers, as you're going to see. So in this video, what we're going to be doing is diving into that blog post discussing everything new that is coming within Season 4 Reloaded. So to start things out, as you can see, this is the roadmap. And as far as what this is first off, on the left-hand side, we have the Warzone event, or the Boys event, that is going to have challenges and new things involved with this as well in both Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone. At the top, we have the diabolical camo, as well as the Boys Temp V field upgrades, which plays into the show. We'll get a little bit more into that in a minute. We also have the operator bundles, which include Starlight, Homelander, and Black Noir, as well as new Warzone updates, including Vondel coming to Battle Royale, or I guess Battle Royale coming to Vondel, a new Vondel Gulag, as well as a public event and field upgrades. On the right-hand side of things, we have what's new in Modern Warfare 2. First off, we have the Vondel Waterfront map. We also have Adamgrad Episode 4, which is going to be the final raid. We'll dive a little bit more into that in a sec. The new weapon, which is the MK Guardian shotgun. The new operator, which is Izzy. They changed the name of that one. If you know why, you know why. As well as new marquee bundles, as you can see here. Not too much interesting going on there. So diving in a little bit more with some more detail, this is actually going to be starting this Wednesday, July the 12th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that is when we are going to be getting all of this that is going on, including the new raid. Now, starting off with Warzone, first off, we have Battle Royale coming to Vondel, the new Gulag in Vondel, and new additional features, which we're going to dive deeper into. So as far as the Battle Royale on Vondel, this is not going to be Resurgence. Also, this is your first view of Black Noir from the Boys. They say here that up to 72 players can drop into quads, trios, duos, and solos, which is quite a high amount. So the very beginning of the game is going to be very, very chaotic. This is our first look at the new Gulag, which is going to be available on the Vondel map in Battle Royale. The next thing that they go into is the map rotations for specifically Resurgence. Now, they don't go into too much detail saying how long each map is going to be available for, but they just say that they're going to rotate in and they're going to give us a kind of heads up in advance what days you can be playing which map, which is kind of interesting. So it also appears that there is a new event. This one is called Occupation Scan, based off of Captain Price's quote, "If you can't identify the target, you are the target." Essentially what this is a ping that goes on, and if you're not laying down, you're going to appear on the map, which is kind of interesting, should speed up play a little bit. There's also a new contract. Basically, you're going in and hacking 3 different phones, pretty straightforward. They're also adding in portable redeploy drones. And basically what it appears that this one does is you don't just launch into the air like the other ones. It actually pulls you up into the air and you just kind of hold on to it. And I think it moves around. I'll have to wait and see once it actually comes out. And then the very brief thing that we have about DMZ is the effects that are changing is DMZ players should expect new options to plea for help and new mechanics for assimilation. Additionally, squads specifically hunting for other players may find themselves to have a target of a new hunt contract. So really nothing too big going on with DMZ there whatsoever. Now, moving into Modern Warfare 2. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail with this one because I want to be surprised with the story along with you guys. But essentially, it's the continuation of the other raids that we've seen so far. However, this time it is the final one. It's the epic conclusion. We'll have to wait to see what the story is. Going into the multiplayer maps, the first one we have is the Vondel Waterfront, which is a 6v6 core map. It looks relatively small and I really do like the look of it, but we'll have to wait to see how it plays. They're always different than they say what they're going to play like. Then we get into our general information. This is where we get into the Boys event and everything like that. And here, as you can see, there's Homelander. So first up, we have our new weapon. It's the MX Guardian. It is a new shotgun. It's a 12 gauge shotgun with rotating magazine tubes, which holds up to 5 shells each, which I believe is going to be fully automatic. Now, what's interesting about this one is it's not unlocked via a challenge. Remember how there was that classified thing in the battle pass? Well, it appears as though we are getting a new sector, which is going to contain the new weapon, which is interesting. Now, on top of all of this, there is going to be a new event, which is going to be the Boys event, and it is going to contain new camos, as well as bundles for the new character. As you can see, this is Starlight here. Now, they are also adding in Temp V. Now, if you haven't seen The Boys, this is essentially what people get their superpowers from, and they're adding in literally superpowers into Warzone. So the way that these work is there's basically 4 different ones. There's a charge jump, which allows you to jump way up in the air. There's the electric shockwave, which sends out a giant shockwave, which injures enemy operators as well as disables vehicles. Think of it as a giant EMP. There's laser vision, which sounds like the coolest one, which upon activation, the operator levitates in the air and shoots laser beams out of their eyes. Don't know how much damage it does yet, but it should be powerful. And then there's also teleport. This one's pretty straightforward. You can teleport, which is also pretty insane. And as far as this goes, it's going to be accessible in all Warzone playlists. However, it is not going to be in ranked play, which makes a lot of sense. They're keeping the fun stuff in the normal one, and then ranked play is the more serious thing. As you can see, here are new camo challenges, and these are pretty straightforward to what we have seen in previous events: headshots, operator kills, things along those lines. Then, as I mentioned, we have our new operators who are coming. We have Homelander, we have Starlight, and we have Black Noir. And I'm not going to lie, these look really, really cool. I'm surprised that they're putting in 3 of them, but I have to say they did a really good job with these. I don't normally buy bundles. In fact, I haven't bought a single bundle in Modern Warfare 2, and I still don't know if I will, but hey, they did a good job with these ones. And then, of course, we have just our other bundles that are normal for the remaining seasons and things like that. I'm not going to go through all of these. So that is Season 4 Reloaded. As far as what my thoughts are on this one so far, there is quite a bit here, and it's probably one of the biggest Seasons Reloaded that we have received, and definitely one of the biggest crossovers. In general, they're keeping the main aspects of Call of Duty, in fact, adding them more so into Vondel, with Battle Royale being added as well, but they're kind of amplifying it and putting more distinct aspects with the boys event that is going to be going on throughout this rest of the season. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays, if people get sick of the superpowers being in the game, if they're overpowered, and what people think of it as a whole. We are also, of course, getting the event that's going to be the camo challenges and things like that. As far as mainstay Call of Duty content, the only things that are really coming on that front include the new and final raid. We have the 6v6 map, the new shotgun, and essentially Battle Royale coming to Vondel. Those are the only Call of Duty things being added into the game. The rest is revolving around this boys event. So in other words, if the event doesn't do well, the rest of Season 4 Reloaded is going to kind of suck. But what I will say is whenever they've done something crazy with Warzone, or even going all the way back to Blackout in Call of Duty Black Ops 4, those events always were really, really good and a lot of fun. It's just whether they can maintain the game for a month just based off of that is actually the real question. As far as the rest that we saw throughout this, the main big changes and additions are actually bundles and paid for content and aesthetics. So the question is that enough to keep the game going for another month? And then what are they going to do with it going forward? I am most curious to see what the story is going to be like added in throughout the raid, and as far as that goes, anyone's guess is kind of the best guess, but we'll have to wait and see. And what I want to hear is what you guys think of this content. Is it good? Are you excited for it? Do you watch The Boys? What do you think of Season 4 Reloaded so far? As we get more information and more comes out throughout the week, I will keep you guys updated, so make sure you're subscribed, have notifications on, hit that like button if you enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars.